Hello and good morning. Today I'd like to show you how I make one of my breads. This one is very basic ingredients. We need to make a goulash, and for that we need 70 grams of flour and 70 grams of water and a spoonful of yeast. A teaspoonful of yeast. This is a pre-ferment, so we use this to get the bread started. We leave this for about 4 to overnight if necessary. But I find in this temperature in this country, which is Thailand, 4 hours is ample. So just mix this up quite thoroughly. Until we get a paste. And then put that paste into a container with a lid on it, keep the dirt out. This one's ideal, and it's also transparent so I can see what's happening. Spoon it up and drop it in. Simple as that. The goulash is a pre-ferment, one of the pre-ferments, which is 20% of the flour, equal parts water and yeast. That's all it is, that's all we need. Okay, so as I say, we will leave that for about 4 hours and then we'll come back to see how that's doing. Hi, welcome back. It's been a couple of hours. The goulash has doubled in its consistency and there's a lot of yeast activity in there now. So, the first thing we need to do is get the bowl out of the bread making machine. See how it is with the paddle inside. In there we need 350 grams, I put grams, of water. The yellow yolk of 1 egg, so we've got to separate an egg, which we should be able to do in the shell. Okay, there we go. 1 egg. The white of the egg, put away in the fridge for later. You can use that to brush the top. Next is flour. We need 350 grams of flour. I'm just going this bowl. So 350 grams of flour. Just going to fill the bowl up. Okay, there you go. 350 grams of flour, which we'll put into the bread maker. Like that. Next is a teaspoon of salt, which we put down one side. And then a teaspoon of yeast. Which goes in the middle, not mixed with the salt. Next we put that into the bread maker, which we turn on. And choose the dough making setting. which will take about an hour. So see you later. Just realised I forgot the poulash, so don't forget to add the poulash. Don't go anywhere. I'll put it in one side. Without the poulash, it won't rise. There we go. Okay, now then, back in the bread maker. Okay, see you later. Here's a shot of the bread dough being made. Pretty cool. Okay, that's about 1 hour gone by. We're all mixed, it's in the machine. The next thing I need to do is flour my silicone surface so the dough doesn't stick. This is just an extra little procedure of rolling and pummeling a bit the dough so we get the punching out some of the glucose, I think it is. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Starches, that's it. So, take it out. There's also the paddle in the bottom, which we've got to get out, which usually sticks. Take the extra dough from that. Don't waste anything. Okay, a little bit of flour on the top. Cut this into 4 manageable pieces. And then we can work on each one. So, more flour. Just pin this. Squash out some of the gases. Helps to make the bread lighter. Okay, roll it up, put it out of the way. Next one. Third one. The machine does a great job of mixing. It doesn't actually press out the gases, so this is a good way of doing it. Makes the mixture lighter. Okay. Next thing to do is put all this together again. Best way I found is to just roll it to the centre and turn it, roll it to the centre and turn it. Eventually it amalgamates into a big dough. Takes a while, so it warms up after a while. It starts getting sticky again. So we're looking for that sticky consistency. When it starts to stick to my hands, I know it's ready. Almost there. Okay, there you go. Round it off. Now get it back into the bread maker. I'm just going to pound it down a little bit to make sure it goes into all the corners, and then it will rise at the same rate. If you don't, it comes up at one side and not the other, and looks a bit odd when you finish cooking it. So hopefully, right, a little bit missing out that corner. So it looks like that. It needs to be left now for 45 minutes, and after 45 minutes we can start cooking it. So we'll see you in 45 minutes. Okay, so the 45 minutes are up, and the next thing we've got to do is to brush it with egg, which I've done already, and cover it with sesame seeds, which I've done already. Next thing is to set the timer. We want to put it onto bake, which is number 14. And set it onto dark setting, and the time we need is 50 minutes. Okay, so dark, 50 minutes, and start cooking. Okay, see you in 50 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is up, and there we go. There's the bread. Cool, yeah? Okay, next thing we're going to do is take it out of the machine. Little bit tricky, not impossible though. First thing you need is a breadboard and a cooling rack. Breadboard, cooling rack, pair of oven gloves, because it's very hot, and a special tool to hook the little metal handle up. Okay, so out it comes. Shake it out. And pop it on the rack. And there we go. One loaf of bread made. Well, the loaf has cooled down now, so I'm going to slice it into slices. Which is easy when it's cooler. And there you go, a nice, soft, spongy bread. I'm limited by the springiness of the loaf, how thick I can cut it, or thin I can cut it. Especially when I get down to the last couple of slices. It's got a lovely crust, as you can hear, and a really soft centre. Perfect bread. What I'll do is I'll pack it into a polythene bag and put it into my freezer, and then when I want some bread for my toast in the morning, I could just take a slice out. If I freeze it as a loaf, I'd have to wait for it to defrost before I could cut it, then freeze it again, which I'm not sure if that's good. heard a couple of things about bread, saying bread's not good for you, but apparently it's okay if you freeze it and or toast it. It does something to the proteins in the bread or something like that. And I do both, so it must be pretty good. I saw something on the internet about it, and it was quite a dramatic change. As I say, the last slice is always a difficult one. There we go. So we have all our slices of bread. There we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slices more or less. So that's 8 breakfasts. So I put it into a bag. Now what I'll do is, if I pick it up, and put it into a bag in one corner, then I let it fall over, so it's like that, okay, and then just loosely tie the top, put it into the freezer. When it freezes, it will freeze at a diagonal, and then all you have to do is hit the corner and the slices will break apart instead of sticking together, which makes it a lot easier to put into the toaster, obviously, and take apart. Okay, simple as that. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment and put some likes and tick everything. Thank you very much. Bye.